Hi Stampers, this is Marie Bennett at blackberriesandcream.net, and today we're going to be making this little gift card holder. It's kind of a combo gift card holder mini photo album thingamajig. I don't know what it is, but anyway, I saw something similar to it on Pinterest, and I thought I could maybe adapt it to a Christmas gift idea. So I used some of the new products out of the new catalog, and I used some of my garbage that I just refused to throw away, and just worked with it until I got something that I thought was kind of cute for a gift card. So I'm going to just show you what it looks like on the inside, and then we'll get started. Okay, the first little page is, you can see the theme kind of is joy. And then on the first page is a little tag. It says, many happy moments and cherished memories surround you. May happy moments and cherished memories surround you with joy this season. And then the next page, have yourself a merry little Christmas, using the new red, white, and green dots out of the new holiday catalog. And then this says a merry little wish list, and then 3 places to write what you're wishing for. And then this one says Noel, and the gift card would go here. So if you make one of these as a gift, then I used removable tape from, I think it's made by Elmer's. Yeah, Elmer's removable tape. And you just peel this off, stick the card on there, and then it'll come right off of the card, and the card will come right off of the tag. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to kind of walk you through how this little booklet was made without really taking the time in the video to make each individual component. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how I made the covers, because these are good, heavy, substantial covers on this little booklet, and they were very easy to make. I started with this heavy board that comes on the back of, with almost every pack of designer series paper that Stampin' Up! Sells. You get this page on the back that is, there for support in packaging. And so I cut 2 pieces out of this, and they are cut at 3 by 4.5. And then I cut 2 pieces of designer series paper to cover them, and they are cut at 4 by 6. And then 2 pieces, I used cherry cobbler. You really could use whatever you decide you want your little booklet to look like. So this cherry cobbler cardstock is cut at 3 1/8 by 4 5/8, and this goes on the inside of the cover right there. So it's really just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the actual size of the cover, which leaves about 1/16 of an inch border around the edge. Now, to make these covers, you need some good adhesive, and I'm using Fast Fuse. And so I started by putting Fast Fuse along all the edges, and then a strip down the middle. And this is the side that goes, you won't see this at all, it's totally covered. And then I center it I'm sure you can tell I have a head cold. Dang, summer cold. I haven't had a head cold for years. Maybe even a decade. Alright, and then I'm going to trim each corner, leaving just a very small border right there at the corner, so that when I miter these, they'll go together nicely. I'm just going to do one page for you because you do the other page just the same. Alright, the next thing we need to do is turn these edges over. So you want a good adhesion here because I learned the hard way that the paper has a tendency to pull away from this board. And if you notice that paper that comes with the Designer Series pack has a shiny side and a matte side. And so I try to notice and put the matte side up because I think it has a little bit more sticking power than the shiny side. Okay, so I want the side edges to get folded down first, and I'm just going to run along the edge here and create a little fold and then press it down onto the fast fuse. This fast fuse stuff sticks. Do the same thing all the way around. There. And then the next step is going to be to get, another thing that I did is run some fast fuse down the edges, right here where the paper meets the backboard. I think that kind of sticks it down a little better. First book I made, I had a little pulling away issue, and this kind of solved it for me. Okay, then I run tape, run some fast fuse right along the edge, making sure to get the actual edge stuck. And you just can't use too much of this fast fuse. Okay. Now, this is a very narrow border, so I really have to focus and make sure that I have it about a 1/16 of an inch from the edge all the way around. There. And there may be a little sticky from getting the tape right on the edge, but it rubs right off. Like that. Okay, and you're going to do the exact same thing with the other half of the cover. And next thing I'll show you is how we make the pages. Okay, these pages for this little booklet are made using the envelope punch board and a 6x6 piece of DSP. And I have used the Christmas paper that's available in the annual catalog, and it comes with 6 different designs. So we've got this quilted looking design, some Christmas ornaments, little trees, a diagonal stripe, polka dots, which I'll show you today. And on the back of the polka dots is a plaid. A little cherry cobbler with some, looks like crumb cake, dotted Swiss looking. Another plaid. This is the paper I used on the cover. And on the back is this nice diagonal stripe. There's another little quilted design. And on the back, a nice, another diagonal stripe in, looks like cherry cobbler, maybe garden green and real red. This paper has real red and cherry cobbler both in it. And maybe old olive, crumb cake, and smoky slate. Alright, so we're going to take this 6 by 6 inch of paper, and at 2 5/8 we're going to score. Score it at 2 5/8 and punch. And then just follow that score line all the way around. Okay, so I am back after a little few hours break. I feel a lot better, and we're going to finish this project. And now I'm going to fold on the score lines. I'm just making an envelope, just like the envelopes you make when you want to give someone a card. So now I'm going to punch the corners to round them out. 3 of them, anyway. And I'm not punching this 4th corner because that I'm going to cut off. And I'm just going to use my snips. You could do it on your paper trimmer if you want. Alright. There you go. Now I'm going to use the tear tape. Alright, and I'm going to apply tape here to hold this flap down, and then here and here to hold that flap down. And I want it to be along the edge, right here, so it won't get hung up in my book. I want it to be a flat seal right there. And then all the way from the corner to the end along the edge. And then from about right here. I don't want it to be too long because if it sticks over here, then it'll stick to the card that I'm putting in the envelope. So I don't want that to happen. Okay, then I just peel this off. Alright, so now I have the cover and the page, and I'm not going to do the whole book for you. I'm just showing you the process. So you make as many pages as you want to this way, following the directions on the envelope punch board for the size paper and book you're making. This book is 3 by 4, so I followed those directions. Now in my book, I have tags and ribbon that take up space at the top. So I want, right here, that take up space at the top. So I don't want the tag sticking out the top of the book. So I'm going to line my page up fairly close to the bottom of the book cover and against the back, like that. And then I made my holes using a crocodile, and when I did that, I just put the whole book together and punched them all at the same time. But if you don't have a crocodile, then any good paper punch will do, and Stampin' Up! Sells a couple, well, I believe 3 or 4 different sizes of handheld paper punches. And so you will just line your pages up with the cover where you want it to be and then punch. And if it won't go through all the thicknesses, then just, take the page off, put the next page up, and use the holes as a guide. Or use the holes in the page as a guide so you don't have to worry about damaging the cover of your book. Alright, so we've talked about the cover, the pages, and now, well, I should show you the rest of the cover. This I used, I think it's called Wonderful Wreath die set from that came out last year in the holiday catalog, but you can still purchase this in the annual catalog. And I punched the word joy out of some absolutely gorgeous new paper in the holiday catalog. It'll be available September 1st, and it is called Red Foil. You can get 2 sheets in a package. It's 12 by 12, and I'm just going to take a sheet out so you can see how absolutely beautiful this paper is. I don't know if you can even tell. It is just gorgeous paper, and I know that I'm going to also be buying a lot of this because I'll want to use it next year, and you never know if they're going to bring it back or if this year is going to be it. So I punched the word, using my Big Shot, I cut out this greeting joy. And using the new fine tip glue pen, I just filled it in with glue the full length of the script. And I gave it a really good bead of glue. So, and I let it set for maybe 5 minutes so that it would get a little stickier. And then put it on top and placed it. I used just a sheet of dimensional wax paper, the wax thing, put it over the top, and then pressed down like this so that I didn't get fingerprints on the foil, or if some glue leaked out on the edge, I wouldn't get it on my fingers and get glue on the outside of the word joy. So that's just a tip. And if you don't have any dimensional pages like that you can use, you can just use a piece of wax paper. Alright, so that's the cover, the page. Now let's talk about the tags. On the front of the first envelope, I just punched out a scallop circle and a smaller circle and stamped the word joy, which is found in a new Project Life stamp set called Seasonal Snapshot 2015. You may have the Seasonal Snapshot from 2014, but this year they came out with a new one. And so I used this image right here, joy. Joy's kind of the theme of at least the beginning of this little booklet. Alright, so that's on the first page, and then the tag on the inside says, I read it to you already, and I used washi tape from a new set of washi tape that will be available in the holiday catalog. Just as a decoration on the tag, it doesn't have any functional purpose. And then, so the tag is made using a 2-inch by 4-inch piece of Whisper White, and it is backed by a 2¼ by 4¼ piece of cherry cobbler. And I just scalloped it with using that new, well, it's not new anymore, but the ornate tag topper that came out in this year's seasonal catalog, and held it together using a piece of this really cute cherry cobbler thick baker's twine that's available in the general catalog. So that goes in this first envelope. the second envelope I made using this punch, and it is not 2 inches. So I used a piece of cherry cobbler that is 2 inches and punched it out with that ornate tag topper, rounded off the corners with a corner rounder punch, and put on one of those little acrylic dots. It's so cute. They come in cherry cobbler, very vanilla, and looks like garden green. And then on the inside, the tag says, "A Merry Little Wish List," and it's got 3 dots. And I made this tag in the same way I made the first tag. And I have 2 ideas for this wish list. Either to leave it blank and someone could, write their own 3 things they want to use their gift card for, or I was thinking you could write like a new car and cross it out and write joy, or so like 3 actual physical things crossed off the list for real important things written beside it. I know I'm not making any sense. Sorry. Anyway, this very vanilla thick baker's twine is holding these 2 layers together. And as you can see, I took my paper piercer and just shredded the end of the baker's twine just to make it look more like a fringe. Okay, and the last one, Noel. This is where the gift card goes, and these 2 layers are held together with smoky slate thick baker's twine. This label comes from the stamp set Lots of Joy, which is in the annual catalog. And I just looped over a little piece of this Whisper White satin ribbon, ribbed ribbon. It's very pretty. Stapled these layers together, so just stapled the ribbon and these 2 layers together right there, and then covered the staple with a small silver button that has a piece of white baker's twine tied in a bow. This greeting, "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," comes from the stamp set Cozy Christmas, which will be available in the new holiday catalog. So I hope that I've given you some information you can use in this video. These little metal rings are just the kind that hook and unhook like a key ring, and I got them at our local Shopko store, so I'm sure that if you live anywhere civilized, which I am marginally civilized where I live, these should be easily available to you. So thank you for watching. I hope something on this video was helpful and made sense. And if you need any product from Stampin' Up, go to my website at blackberriesandcream.net and choose the Shop Now button. I appreciate your business, and thank you for watching so much. Or maybe I meant to say, thank you so much for watching. Anyway, happy stamping. Bye.